Good morning. Good morning. Have you all got your wee cup of tea this morning? Ready to go? Look at how bright it is in here. My goodness, isn't it wonderful? This beautiful weather. Today is Monday, the start of another amazing week. Is that how you feel? You know, just over a year ago, if you'd have asked me on a scale of 1 to 10 or a percentage of happiness, where was I? I was a definite 10%. I woke this up this morning. And today was the day that I moved last year into this house, all full of worry and doubt and but still going ahead no matter what, putting myself out there, believing. And I asked myself this morning, what's your percentage today, Sheena? And I went 100% happy, 100% happy. And I felt it to the very core of my being. So, everything that I talk about, we talk about the goals that you want to achieve, what you want to do. But here's a question for you. What would make you happy right now? Go on. What would make you happy? Happier than you could ever be right now? What would you pay to have that? When you're 90 and you look back and you don't step forward to make that happiness real, what would you pay then to go back and make it real? See, one of the things that I realized that I said before, is it an Irish bank holiday today, Frank? There you go. The when I was younger, or a few years ago, I would always say, and I didn't realize the importance of it, if it's not happening now, it's not happening. I mean, that was just one of the things that I said. If it's not happening now, it's not happening, and I'd go and make it happen. But so important. So important. But I've tweaked a few things. So rather than going and making it happen and going and doing something external to make me feel good, and this is what I teach my clients, is that that's good for a while, but then when there's no external thing and you can't make something happen and you haven't got the money to make it happen and you can't have the money to go and do whatever it is that you want to do, then how do you feel? You see, that's not the trick. The trick is being. If it's not happening now, it's not happening, because this now creates your next now. And if you aren't being happy now, then your next now won't be happy. Oh, I know that you can make yourself happy when you get a bit of money, or when this happens or when that happens, and then you get that glimpse of that happiness. We don't want glimpses of happiness. No matter what you think, you don't want glimpses. It's about that feeling of fulfillment all times. Good morning, Adelera. Lovely to have you here. We don't just want it now and again. We want to feel fulfilled all times. At all times. Can you imagine that? Just to walk around feeling fulfilled? No matter what. To be happy? No matter what. I was watching some comments happen in one of my posts, and it was about telling that, tarot card reading and fortune telling. And, I used to do that. I used to read tarot cards. I did a course on it. What I realized was they were telling me stuff that I already knew. It was just confirming what I already knew. So wait till I tell you something. You could come to me and I can tell you your fortune. I can tell you your fortune by the very messages that you write. I can tell your fortune by the very answers to the posts. When I ask certain questions, I can tell you your fortune. You come on a call with me, within 1 minute, I'll tell you what your future is. But you see, the thing is that you know what your future is. You're just not taking responsibility. You're hoping that something else is going to happen and they'll take that responsibility from you actually doing something about it. Well, I tried. I don't have the money. If only it were like this. If only it were like that. Listen, hey, at the back of the book, Think and Grow Rich, there's 50 if onlys. Yeah, go and read the 50 if onlys and see how many you can tick off that you've said in your life. And you see, I smile because I know exactly that, because I did the same myself, thinking that God was going to help me. God can't help you. There's nothing to help. You've got all your answers. That's what used to amaze me. It's just like I would be on my knees, cry. I'd completely turned away from God at one point, understanding what God was, what God is, the universal presence, the formless intelligence that we all are. And I would be on my knees and going, why don't you help me? Basically like Jesus, wasn't it? Why have you forsaken me? Formless intelligence hasn't forsaken you, because you are the formless intelligence. You are it. You are your own answer. That's why you don't get an answer. And here's the thing, it's just like, you don't need help. You've got all your answers. You just can't see it. It's not who you think you are that's holds you back. It's who you think you're not. And you are so much greater than what you are. But we're locked into mind, aren't we? We're locked into busy, 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 busy. That's corporate for you. You see, I work with corporate professionals and educated entrepreneurs who've got a purpose, who've been trying and can't make it happen. You know why? Because you're in your mind. Busy, 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 busy. How can I make it happen? How can I make it happen? How can I make it happen? It's actually not your responsibility to make anything happen. You've been given an idea. You just acknowledge it, accept it, and go, yes, please, thank you. But I know what it's like, because I read this in books over and over and over again. And I just thought, yeah, I get it. I get it up here. But I couldn't make it happen. And the more I released it, the more I release basically the crap of the lies. Like the George Orwell quote is so key about objective truth, that we will come to see that there is no objective truth and that the lies will fall back into history. All you've got is a pile of lies going on, that you have to do this and you have to do that. And you have to be busy. And if you don't step up and do something, listen, what do I tell you? I get more done now by having more fun. More things are happening because I'm having more fun. Because when I'm in fun, I'm in play, I'm in flow. You know the merry-go-round? Anybody been on a merry-go-round? That's what life's supposed to be, a merry-go-round. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Would you like to live like that? Listen, that's what I'm all about. Good morning, Facebook user. That's what it says on my post here. It says, good morning. Thank you for this. How about today? Just for today. Not for the rest of your life. Not for the rest of the week. Sing that song today. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Be merry today. Be merry on your merry-go-round. Go round merrily. Can you do that? Can you just try that today? Join my Facebook group. The link's up there or it's down there, depending on what you're looking at. And that's the whole intention, is that we learn to do everything for the pure joy of it. Let's relinquish all that responsibility. That responsibility pulled me under. I want to absolve you of all your responsibility and to go have fun. And then you have to justify your fun, don't you? You can't be having too much fun. Like my mum told me, whenever it was my 21st birthday, and she said, another party? I've never known anybody to have so many parties for their birthday. Now that's just too much fun. I promise you can't have too much fun. It's like saying I've had too much oxygen. I've had too much breath for today, so somebody else can have it. I've had too much money. And believe me, you are saying that. I've had too much money. There's no need to have all that money. Well, that's like saying there's no need to have all that breath. I mean, you wouldn't say that about your breath, would you? You wouldn't say that about your health. Well, I've had too much health. Somebody else has got to have my health. You can't have too much fun. Fun being you. Fun being you, just for the pure joy of it. So today, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I dare you to get that out of your head. And when you're going round and round and round in your head, even that song will just lift your spirits, because that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens. So listen, have an awesome, awesome, awesome day, and enjoy your merry-go-round today, just for today, not for tomorrow, not to get anything, just to be merry. And just notice the evidence isn't in the outside world. The evidence is in how you feel. Please don't do this to get anything. It's to release yourself so you can start to be a little bit lighter. And when you're lighter, problems aren't so bad. I promise. Have an awesome day. See ya.